Hey everyone, and welcome. My name's Aaron, and today we're taking a look at the Seraph Deluxe from Fromel Electronics. I'll be playing my 60th anniversary Telecaster into my Jackson Newcastle 18. And here's my clean, unaffected tone. All right, so the Seraph Deluxe by Fromel Electronics. Fromel Electronics, it's a company right here in Seattle, so shout out to Seattle. This one's really cool because it's modeled after the Roland Dimension D. I first heard about this chorus when I was actually working with a friend of mine who's an engineer, and it's like a piece of rack gear, and there's just 4 buttons on it. Mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all you get. And he would put this on vocals, and that's a trick that I still do. So shout out to old Craig Smith, Craig Alvin, now living in Nashville, mixing and engineering some amazing albums out there. But this chorus was just this very rich sounding chorus, and it got used on a lot of records, both on, during mix on vocals and on guitars. And I think it's just a very lush, very beautiful sound, but also a sound that I think our ears, if we've listened to classic rock music throughout the ages, we're just used to hearing it. So it just kind of sounds right to us. And so this is modeled after that. So this has a few different modes, and it's very versatile, and you can get some really weird sounds with it too, which you probably heard toward the end of the thing there. But in its normal classic mode here, these 3 mode switches correspond to the 4 modes on the original Dimension D. And this rate and depth control don't do anything when you're in kind of this original mode here. So if you have all 3 of these switches down, that's mode 1 on the Dimension D. I mean, I'm not like a chorus lover. I don't often use it, but that just sounds beautiful. Even though it's like somewhat of a heavy mix, it still sounds like natural, and it doesn't sound like too cheesy to me, which choruses can sometimes sound. Especially in the context of a mix, you could put that in there and it would just blend, and it would just sound like spaciousness and beautifulness. If you switch this first switch up, you're in mode 2. So they each get kind of a little bit more dramatic as you go. Switch this one down, switch the middle one up, now you're in mode 3. And then the last switch up is mode 4. So all 4, like, very usable. I think my favorite is just mode 1, because it's kind of the most subtle. And then you've also got these 2 switches down here, this through 0 flange and vibrato switch. So let's just go to kind of mode, like, maybe 2 here. And so that's kind of normal, like, chorus operation with both of them down. If I switch this TZF up, this mutes one of the delay lines, causing it to sound a little bit more like a standard chorus. Switch it back down. It gets kind of more complex and swimmier. If I switch this vibrato switch up, it's going to mute the dry signal, and that creates like a flanger type effect, like a through 0 flanger. And then if I switch both of them up, it mutes the dry signal and one of the delay lines, so we just have the vibrato. So it's basically like a vibrato now. Now, that's not that dramatic because I have that on mode 2, but let me take this opportunity to talk about the other mode that you can use this thing in, which if I switch this foot switch over here, that now activates this rate and depth knob. And so now Obviously now you can hear that vibrato much more dramatically. So in addition to kind of those 4 classic Dimension D chorus modes, you get full kind of control over it, and you can go crazy with the rate, like super slow or super fast. And also go crazy with the depth. Like if you turn the depth all the way up, and if you crank the rate and then kind of bring the depth down and go to one of these sort of different modes here, it's a little bit like a rotary speaker. And then if you crank the depth and the rate, you can get just really wacky. There's so much going on there, I don't know what note I'm playing, honestly. You know, I could play an A chord. I mean, you could be in an experimental noise rock band with that sort of fun. I think I love it, just these classic modes though, these classic choruses. Flip everything down, all switches down. Oh man. Again, when I'm in this classic mode, these rate knobs, rate and depth don't do anything. So don't try to make them do anything. Got to be in the other mode to do that. That's all I have to do. All I have to do is like play chords and I'm like inspired there. That's like a dreamy, I want to play like The Cure. I want to play some clean, fun 80s bands. I want to play the Cranberries. So yeah, very cool. Seraph Deluxe. Thanks so much to Fromel for sending this thing out. That's going to be it from me today. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below, and we'll see you all next time.